Welcome to everything I've been loving thus far in 2025. I just thought it would be more fun and more timely to do these videos kind of every quarter. So this is my Q1 favorites video. First we have this Dermalogica pre-cleanse. I got a facial with Dermalogica a couple months ago. They used this product on me and I was like, whoa, what is that? It's like the softest product. It removes all your makeup, all the crap that like gets stuck in your pores to declog and extract. It's so nice on the skin. I love this. And then I actually feel way cleaner when I do my cleanser after this. I honestly really love everything that Dermalogica does. It feels very good for the skin. This next one kind of comes as a duo for me. I love the Merit Great Skin Priming Moisturizer in the mornings when I am thinking of applying makeup. I will mix it with the Debronzing Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops by Drunk Elephant. I mentioned this in my 2024 favorites. It has like changed my relationship to my skin in the sense that I used to have such dull skin and just be like, well, it is what it is. Winter sucks. I used to go to school looking like I had just risen from the dead. Unbrushed hair, horrifying. Now I think I care a little bit more and I think that's a good thing. Me caring more has made me enjoy life more, to be honest. All that to say, this skincare duo just makes my skin look so plump and full of life and like there's actually blood coursing through my veins. I'm not a zombie vampire, which is how I sometimes feel in winter. Other skincare I've been loving, honestly, I've been really reducing the amount of steps in my skincare routine, and one serum I really loved is the Pacific Fresh Herb Origin Serum. It's a double layer face serum, so it's like an oil serum hybrid. It's so hydrating, leaves such a nice finish, such a nice glow. I love starting my skincare routine with this. It smells so fresh. I love this. On that theme of wanting to look less dull and wanting to revive my face, I've been loving the Carinjonka Tan Flash Serum. It's a Quebecois brand. If you're a Montreal girly or a Quebec girly, highly recommend. Well, in any case, support local. I've never been a big like tanning lotion person. It often just looks so orange on me, but I honestly have an orange undertone, so this kind of works funnily enough. Most of the time this ends up looking really natural. It does not make me break out. I think a lot of products I've tried in the past that have that tanning element make my pores feel really clogged, and yeah, this does not do that. Some hair stuff I've been loving. Mila and I ran through this so quick. The Coco and Eve Like a Virgin Super Hydrating Shampoo. Ever since I got highlights, my hair has felt a bit drier, and so this shampoo was very necessary. It felt super hydrating, smelled really good. My hair would dry naturally really pretty when I used this. Their conditioner is amazing as well. We're still moving through that. Dry scalp in winter is like a big issue for me, and this has helped resolve that. Augustina's Bader, the scalp treatment with TFC8. I put this on my scalp before bed, before I wash my hair in the morning, and it just hydrates my scalp. There are definitely alternatives to this that are at a better price point. However, if you want to splurge, I highly recommend this. It's so good, and their hair oil is really lovely as well. And then I also have their hairbrush. It's a wet brush, which I didn't own. I used to not brush my hair, which is disgusting, but I'm obsessed with brushing my hair now. I love my little blue brush. For body, the Glossy Body Hero Daily Oil Wash. I'll use this after I've cleansed. It kind of rehydrates my skin from like the harsh cleansing, especially in winter when I'm super dry, and it smells so amazing. And what I love about the Body Hero products, the moisturizer, I feel like acts as a perfume, and I love the scent so much. I love this and I need to get a refill. Also on the body care vibe, Cyclar has been like the best discovery this year. They are amazing. The scents are perfect. This is the cream in vanilla verve, but my favorite was the Sacred Santal, but I have none left. Smells so incredible. It's so nourishing, and again, it acts kind of as a perfume because you can smell it on yourself like hours after having applied it. On the theme of scent, Aesop's newest perfume, Orner, has been my obsession. It's floral and woody. It has magnolia and it's like herby. If you have an Aesop near you, you have to go smell this because this is the type of scent that just like makes me feel sexy and sophisticated and fresh and clean. I wear this to go out. I feel like it's more of a nighttime scent and it really makes me feel confident. Candles I've been loving. I'm a big candle girl. For Valentine's Day, Diptyque sent me their candle roses. It's so cute and pink. It smells just like roses. When I burn this, my whole room smells so fresh and so clean. And then Frédéric Malle, their Joyeux Noël, which is kind of off theme. I've been burning slowly but surely because I'm obsessed with the scent. I like don't want to finish it. It does definitely smell more like Christmassy. It's like cinnamon and sweet, so comforting. Another skincare product that I have been obsessed with, and I know I use that word very loosely, but I truly mean it. Edam, their Ultra Calming Rescue Mist. It's called Mami Wata. It's the best facial mist. It smells so fresh. I sprayed this on my mom and she was like, oh my god. I sprayed this before bed, first thing in the morning. It's hydrating, but it's not like thick on the skin or heavy on the skin. And the packaging, I'm a paper packaging, and so this lives on my bedside table because it feels like an addition to my bedroom, you know? Then a little random, but we have my Bink water bottle. I got this for Christmas, and I don't want to say I'm obsessed with it, but I am. I'm obsessed with the pink. It's the bubblegum color. If you get a Bink water bottle, I really recommend getting the like straw attachment, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't drink water. If I have to undo a cap and drink like that, it's not happening. So this has been a game changer. Makeup, I recently worked with YSL on their new lip plumping lippy, the one in espresso dust. Like, I cannot go out without it. Plumping, it's gorgeous. It's a bit brown. I made a TikTok if you want to like see how it looks. It's perfect. If I had to get one lip plumper, I would get this one. I feel like this year I've really started playing around with makeup. I used to be kind of afraid of makeup and like convinced that I looked better without it because I didn't know how to do it properly, but then I've been experimenting, thank God. This has been my favorite palette to play with. It's the Dior Backstage Eye Palette in 011 Silver Essentials. It has so many good shades. Satin Pearl, and then this is like a lilac shimmer, and then these two are like darker, which I love to put on my eyelids when I'm going out. It's very sexy. And then this like purple lilac. If I could only pick one palette, I would pick this one. This is just a holy grail for me, the Jones Road Miracle Balm in Pinky Bronze. I've talked about it like 25,000 times at this point. It's a bronzer slash highlighter slash blush. I put this on my cheekbones and it really accentuates them and makes me glow, and I also love putting this on my eyelids. It's just like a very multi-usage. I used to be the most anti-concealer girl. I was like, I love my dark under eyes, and I do sometimes when they're not horrifying. My issue was that whenever I would try using concealer, I would put on way too much. And the thing with a concealer like Hourglass is that it is extremely pigmented, so you do not need a lot. And if you use a lot, it will cake. And I tried using it properly, and I'm wearing it right now. The Hourglass concealer is by far like my favorite discovery in the makeup department this year. When I really don't feel good, I literally put a tiny dot under each eye and it changes my face. It makes me look alive and healthy, life-changing. And the brush too, the concealer brush right here. Hourglass has such nice brushes. They make applying makeup much easier for me. We have my freckle pen, freckles, but like peach freckles in shade 2. You can do a test on their website to see what your shade is. You have this little thing so you can apply it yourself. Or if you want like a really freckly look, you take the brush out and then you use this little thing to like brush the brush, and then it like splatters on your face. To be honest, the application is not the easiest. You have to master it and it can be really messy, but the final product is really worth it. Like, it looks really natural and good when done well. I really, really love this. It's become a staple in my makeup bag. Jamie's outside barking at the squirrels, so sorry about that. Then we have my Monica Vinader jewelry case. It has my initials, which is so cute and special. It's good for daintier jewelry, so any like small hoops, or my bigger hoops even fit here, and rings and stuff, and it protects my jewelry. I used to just travel with my jewelry in a bag and things would get kind of messed up, so this is a great addition to like my travel kits. And then we have Pilgrim. They have been making these cuffs. They look so cool. I do wish that they made sizes. It would be better if they're a bit smaller just for me. Regardless, absolutely adore these. And then we have Ami Ami that I got this transparent one from. That is so cool. These are probably the types of accessories that I would have to wear like on top of a coat or something. And they also have like this red one, which I love. Obviously not with this fleece, which is another favorite, by the way. I got this from Rains, which if you're not familiar with them, they're a Danish brand. They do outerwear and raincoats and stuff like that, but with a fashionable twist. Raincoats can be so boring, and they have like the most fashionable raincoats I've ever seen. My dad would probably say it looks like someone just threw up all over me, but I am obsessed with these colors. On the theme of clothing, Cezanne is a favorite. I always talk about them, but I especially love this green sweater. I've been wearing it so much. I love pairing it with a collared shirt under. In New York, I wore this with a blue collared shirt and it was so cute together. I think Cezanne has the best knits and I will die on that hill. This sweater is my favorite sweater of all time, in very large part because of the color. This pink is everything. I wore this in Costa Rica. What's cool about the color is that it can be a summer staple because the color is so summery and beautiful. And pastels so easily can wash me out, but this shade of pink is perfect. And it's by the brand Omnis, which I discovered through the sweater. Oddly came out with baseball tees at the start of the year, and I have been wearing them all the time because they're the most adorable t-shirts ever. I also have it in the blue yellow color scheme, which is my favorite. These are just adorable and I love Oddly. They do such an amazing job. Everything is so beautifully made. made. They're the ones who make those shirts with like your name on it, customizable, thoughtful, and adorable. Denim. I know everyone knows about Mother, but I just got my first pair a month ago and I cannot stop wearing them. They are the most flattering, most comfortable jeans. These are just the mid-rise tunnel vision sneak in I'm a Winner. Mid-waist. They got the M on the butt for Melush, obviously, and they're long, so if you're tall, they're long enough. Bags I've been loving. Randomly, I got this coat from Charlotte Simone back in November and it came in this tote bag. It is my go-to tote bag for errands, for the beach. I wore this all over Costa Rica in January and I'm just obsessed with it. I don't know if you can buy it from her website, but hopefully you can because it is so cool. I love it so much. Another favorite bag that I wore all around New York is this Marge Sherwood bag. I am obsessed with the blue. Such a good color. It's huge too. I like to feel like I have everything I need wherever I go. So I do prefer a bigger bag. And this just is the perfect shape, perfect size. Another favorite is my Jimaguas top that I wore actually in my 2024 favorites video that my mom got me for Christmas. It's one of my favorite tops of all time. I've worn it like 1,000 times. It's a perfect going out top, even just like for a nice dinner or for going out. Versatile, gorgeous, makes me feel so good in my skin. I love it. Another favorite is my Serums jacket. I love this jacket so much because I'm obsessed with the pockets, the geometry of this jacket. It fits so nice. It's so sophisticated and elegant. I love the brown. It's the perfect spring jacket because you can wear it when it's like a warmer day. You can also layer it under a coat. It's so beautiful. And then of course we have my Belle the Label polka dotted jacket. I think I've worn this like 1,000 times at this point. It's my go-to. If I'm going out, I want to wear this top. It gets me excited about going out. The bell bottom sleeves are everything and the way it ties around the neck is so sophisticated and sexy. Polka dots are just my favorite. I'm so original. They're black tube top that like ties around the neck is one of my favorite going out tops. That is the kind of brand that I become obsessed with. Like they're up there with Paloma Wool and Jimaguas in my opinion. Then we have this bra that I literally live in. It's like the only bra I wear by Gemwear. It's so cool. I've never seen a bra like this. I think it's so original. I love the colors. Also made by just the most amazing girls. Ella, Carla, shout out. I am truly obsessed with this. You guys did such an amazing job and their underwear is really comfortable as well. I wear it under sheer tops. It's sexy, even though it's like not a push-up bra or anything. It makes me feel really good in my skin and in my small boobs. So yeah, I could not recommend this more. I am trying to work out more just for mental health and for like physical health, obviously. I cannot work out if I don't feel good in what I'm wearing. This has been my go-to set as of late. It's this aloe set. I just love the bra and the bottom. The fact that it's like mini shorts. I feel like all of my workout shorts are quite long and an awkward length. This is just the perfect set. It hugs you in the right places. It holds everything. Like, no, I don't have humongous boobs, but when I'm exercising and things aren't held in place, like it's so uncomfortable. I really love this set. Another favorite is L'Occitane Gumbawa Cream. It's their newer scent, so it's a bit more citrusy. It smells amazing. Honestly, any L'Occitane hand cream is just holy grail. Cannot survive the winter without it. Saves me from my ashy hands. It's the best. Then for like experiences I've been loving, in January, Mila and I went up to Manor Hovey for a weekend away, a sister getaway. They're amazing. I've never like been greeted somewhere and been given such a thoughtful tour. They told us about the history of the place and you can just tell there's so much love and care between everyone there. Ugh, it's just such a luxurious experience in every sense. The spa there is such a treat. Cannot recommend it more. And the food there is really yummy. That was a favorite of January. And then some restaurants I have been loving. L'Express. Mila and I went with some friends and we just had such a good girls' night. This winter, I've been forcing myself to go out with friends and do that sort of thing because it just made me feel less miserable. And I feel like in winter, you really need those outings. And L'Express is such a good destination for that because you get to dress up. It's a bit fancy, but it's not like outrageous. The vibe is just cozy and warm. In winter, it feels like this escape. I also tried in January Épicerie Pumpuy for the first time. It's a Thai restaurant and they make the best pad Thai I have ever had. It's crazy. It's so good. And they do mango sticky rice. Service is fast. You get your food quick. It's just like a good vibe. I also was constantly going to Cafe September in January for their matcha, which is amazing, but also just to work. It does get really packed on the weekends, but during the week, it's such a nice environment. They have the best pancakes, buttermilk pancakes, like, oh my God. If you're craving a pancake in Montreal, that's where you should go. These boots changed my life. The Vagabond laced up boots. Look how pointy. The pointier, the better. I wear these so much. They only have like a small heel, so they're comfortable. They're just a sexy shoe. you know? It's just one of those shoes that ties a look together. I cannot recommend these more. Vagabond, one of the best shoe brands. They can do no wrong. And then another pair of shoes I brought out in March, which I hadn't worn in a hot minute, are these Peachy Den Duke and Dexter loafers. I love these so much. They're comfortable. I like that they're like a tighter fit. These were actually featured in my 2023 favorites video because they're such a good loafer. Another kind of random favorite are these Symbiotica vitamin C packets. I am addicted to these. I will have these before bed. They're really yummy, sweet, orangey. You can put them in water, but I just take the packet. I just sip on them. Honestly, it's like my before bed sweet treat, or I should say it's one of. I'm kind of insatiable when it comes to sweet treats. Just try not to get sick. It's rough out here. I've been actually making an effort to take my vitamins, and that has been such a fun way of doing it. I'm one of those people that like, I have to make drinking water fun. I have to take gummy vitamins. It has to be fun. It has to be sweet. It has to be candy, essentially. I was not going to include because it's a recent favorite and I'm trying to stay true to the Q1, but this Peachy Den, what is it, like a bowler bag? This color, the shape, I've been wearing this like everywhere. Sex Musk by Cyclar. I'm obsessed with Cyclar, as I mentioned earlier. This scent is what I would imagine like a pheromone perfume would smell like. It smells so fucking amazing. It is sexy. It makes me feel so confident. I wish I could bathe in this scent. I do not know how to describe it. I forgot when I was doing my makeup, but I recently got this Hush Coco Bloom in 160 Wild, and it is like the most gorgeous berry balm. It's beautiful. It's berry, but it's not too red. It's like the perfect amount of purple. Then we have Tiger by the Tail, this ring. Basically, it's a customized ring with my name all around the diameter. I can't take it off. It's so special. I love anything customized, especially with jewelry. It just makes it so much more meaningful and special, and I love how chunky it is. It's so beautiful. One more favorite is the Athena Club. I've always had good things to say about their all-day deodorant. They recently came out with a spray. It's called Golden Vanilla and it's in the bathroom, but I'm way too lazy to go get it. Aluminum free, talc free, paraben free. It actually lasts all day. And then another favorite has been my mom's vintage jacket. I'll insert a photo of everything I don't show because again, I'm too lazy to go downstairs and go get it. She bought it here in the 90s in Montreal and I could not take it off in Paris. I wore it the entire time. It's beautiful. I love it so much. I'm feeling very inspired by these pieces my mom has from years ago. Random, but in February, I was in New York and I got super ill, like fever, cold sweats, couldn't do anything for 2 days. I started Sex and the City because I didn't have energy to work, and I cannot believe that I had never watched it before. It feels like a travesty, honestly. And just seeing women together, I feel like I really needed that at that point in my life. All the conversations they have about relationships and sex and what they want out of their lives, like womanhood and shit. Loved it. And then another spot, I feel like I have to say this because I actually go so much Osmo for the best matcha in Montreal. I can feel myself, like I will go on a rant. It's so good. Best place to do work, best place to grab a matcha to go. Another spot I tried for the first time is Kazu. I'm not sure if you pronounce this as. My mom, my sister, and I went. It is so yummy. It's no reservation and it moves fast. It's just a very comfortable space, very comforting meal. Their homemade tofu is out of this world. I cannot recommend it enough. Also, the Musée des Beaux-Arts is having a Joyce Wieland exhibition. My mom, my sister, and I went and it was so gorgeous, so cool, very relevant. Lots of conversations about like US-Canada relations, and her art is wonderful. She's a filmmaker, but she also does quilting, lots of different things, some painting, super cool. I binged The White Lotus as soon as I finished and handed in my thesis, which I will say is absolutely a favorite. If you haven't watched it already, you must. I cried the last episode, not for the reasons that you may think. Another film that I watched, so beautiful and wonderful, is Moonlight by Barry Jenkins. Watched it for my queer cultures class, and I had seen it when it first came out when I was like 14, so it definitely was a very different viewing this time around, like being older. I can't remember the last time I watched a movie and was just like shivers all over my body. It's just, oh. And you know what? It was an hour and a half, which is rare these days. Cannot recommend more. And I thought it could be fun to share what I ended up writing about. I realized that this semester I didn't really share anything that I did school-wise. I was talking about it with my mom this morning. I just feel like I've been so disconnected from everything in my life. School's been my priority. It's always been that way. I've just been so focused on getting my things done and getting through this past year that I haven't really taken the time to share anything really or that much about what I'm doing. I just gave all of my energy to this one thing, to school, and that left me with very little to give to everyone else in my life, including myself. I've been editing obviously older videos. As much as you guys must notice that like my energy is kind of off, I do too, and it's really hard to edit because I obviously don't feel great about that, and it makes me realize how I've been. Sometimes when you're in it and you're so like stressed and caught up in your own stuff, you don't realize your energy is a certain type of way. When I did realize it, I would just retreat, and that's why I feel like I haven't really shared much of what I'm doing and studying, and so I thought it could be cool to talk a bit about the essay that I wrote because it's such a special film. Basically, I wrote about light and darkness in the film. Our prof really wanted us to focus on form beyond just this plot line to make our arguments. So I talked about light and darkness and how they play a crucial role in Chiron's coming of age, particularly in relation to his queer identity. And so I basically talked about lighting in the film. I argued that the blue moonlight, it's a generative space where Chiron can explore his queerness and feel comfortable to do so, in contrast with the very harsh industrial lighting of his home and of school, in these spaces where he's bullied or called slurs or made to feel bad for who he is and made to feel like he can't be who he is. The harsh white light symbolizes like the oppressive, critical forces in his life, whereas the blue light provides him refuge and intimacy. And we find blue light obviously at night, in the shadows, in his dreams. In that way, darkness becomes a space for growth, against the connotation that darkness is like this shameful space or like sinful space. I tied it to John Halberstam's The Queer Art of Failure, where they talk about failure as generative and productive. In that novel, there are lots of examples of queer artists that use darkness to produce art, who really create beautiful art in darkness, and darkness is an integral part of their art. I tied that to the film and kind of argued that darkness in Moonlight is the same way. It's a generative space. In their novel, Halberstam talks about failure as productive and queerness as a failure to conform, therefore makes failure something that you want to seek. I argue that Chiron fails to fail. I don't want to spoil anything, but either you fail heteronormativity by embracing your queerness and really embodying that, or alternately you fail to fail, which is to say that you conform to heteronormative life, and he's kind of in between that. And then I shift to talking about the warm yellow light that's at the end of the film. I talk about it as a light that reflects Chiron's maturation, so it's not the industrial lighting, but it's also not the blue moonlight. It's a new type of light that enables a different kind of growth. He sees himself under a different light, you know? Basically, in The Queer Art of Failure, Halberstam explores the association of darkness with secrecy, sin, and censorship as central to queer art and expression. In that framework, failure is productive when it resists normative structures and generates alternative, counter-hegemonic modes of being. So failing at heteronormative scripts is positive because there's potential and promise that lie within conventionally negative landscapes such as darkness. So that was kind of my essay. I wish I had shared more of what I was doing at school, but I'm glad that I'm able to share at least a little snippet. I haven't been reading much for non-school stuff. I've read 2 books, I think, this year that weren't for school, and one of them I loved, and that is Deborah Levy's The Cost of Living. I didn't realize it's the second of a trilogy when I picked it up. The back says, "I can't think of any writer aside from Virginia Woolf who writes better about what it is to be a woman." I could not agree more. The way she writes about womanhood, being a woman in her 50s, post-divorce, dealing with teenagers, being an author, wanting to find a place to write and find inspiration while, you know, providing for her children and taking care of her children. It really reminds me of how Cusk writes about many experiences of womanhood. The style is not the same, but it's not that far off. The general sentiments, you know, that although there are so many beauties to being a mother and a wife, there are also hardships that people don't really talk about because women get absolutely torn to shreds for not saying positive things about it. I mean, historically. It just feels relatable, even though no, I'm not 50, no, I don't have kids yet. It makes me feel proud to be a woman. It doesn't feel heavy, it feels empowering. It's very comforting. I am a sucker for anything auto-fictional. This is autobiography. It makes me think of Haiti, Cusk, that vibe. And it makes me think of my thesis, of course, not to mention her again. I really recommend this. It's really an easy read. If you're into feminist literature, you must. I started I Love Dick by Chris Kraus. I'm having a hard time getting into it. I don't know if it's for me. It is like the quintessential autofiction book, and I wrote about autofiction, if you didn't pick up on that. So I feel like I have to read it just for the purpose of research. Yeah, if you have any good recommendations for books, let me know. I'm going to film all the books I read. I'm working on writing my reviews, which takes me so long. So I want to do it well and have it be comprehensive. That's it for everything I've been loving in 2025. Let me know if you enjoyed this, and I will be happy to film part 2 for Q2. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Thanks for sticking around. I'm excited for this next chapter to begin. Kisses.